Welcome back to the Abundant Harvest Homestead. I'm Papa Pepper. Got a couple different things going on today, but this is one of the places we're building up a pasture. We're going to keep trying to get this to continue, but one thing is that I want a lot of this stuff to reseed and continue to fill in here. So we've got a lot of flowers, a lot of stuff going to seed. Some are annuals, but again, if they go to seed and they're allowed to resow themselves, then they act more like a perennial, meaning that they're there every year. They'll just self-sow, and then the perennials should just continue building until they kind of fill in what they're able to deal with. Just move these guys here, because by the house, the more we have chickens by the house, the more chicken poop they're going to put by the house, and the more they have easy access to our garden, because they were starting way over there by the house and making up to some of my raised beds pretty easy. So some of my peas and stuff, they're nibbling down pretty hard. So I'm going to let them be in this area now. They're going to be able to take care of a couple things. Number one, they're going to have all this lovely stuff to patrol. And then number two, they're going to be by where the sheep and the pony, could you fix that? And the horse are, or the pony and the cow are. So they're going to be able to kind of keep down with some of the animals out around here. Not yet. But they'll also be able then to take down some of the bugs and stuff that would normally be around where we keep those livestock. So here they are. Let's see what they look like and how they enjoy their new area. Go for it, y'all. Yeah, go for it, y'all. Oh, you guys are hesitant. It's a new place. They're wondering where to jump. And they found the feed. Well, that copper maran is hesitant. Go for it. You ever fall asleep and then wake up at a new spot? That's what just happened to all these guys. Obviously, using the trailer to move that small chicken coop over to the pasture back there was easier than carrying it, but it also gave me an opportunity to pick up a load of rocks I have in 5-gallon buckets. Here on our fence line, I'm working on a rock pillar fence. I've got to cut a special one for this one because of how it comes at an angle, and we got the overlap here, so I got to cut this one off and then work on it. But I need some empty 5-gallon buckets, so I'm bringing all those ones down here with the rocks and staging them. I'm trying to do one of these a day. 2 days ago I did one, yesterday I did 2, but now I'm going to maybe hit a couple more because I need some empty buckets, because I have to fill them with something else so I can empty them again. I got a pretty cool project here, redoing my compost area of my property. Just a couple of things. Want to make it more durable and long lasting, and also want to have more control over it. So I've got to ditch what I have and then restart it from the beginning. But I'll have some good resources to add to it right away. I just got some of the stuff on hand. I got to collect the rest of the stuff, and by doing that I need empty 5-gallon buckets to do it. Check that guy out. How many do you got, Bugger?
I got 4 buckets.
4? 2 plus 2?
Yeah.
Dude, you're a hard-working boy. And look, now we got a load of empty buckets because he brought the remaining 4. What are we gonna do?
We go fill buckets with rocks.
We're gonna fill them. Wow. So here we are, guys. Look at that. It's all pretty much full of sand and gravel, isn't it, son?
Yeah.
So the deal is, I wanted a bunch of buckets of sand and gravel because I got this pallet of cinder blocks here. I'm kind of a visual person, so when I was originally thinking of this, I was just going to pick up some of like the 2-stack Legos where they just got the 2 little knobs, but that was going to cost me like 30 bucks just to get enough to work with. Even at a price of, a couple cents each. With these only being just over $1, I thought, well, I'm just gonna pick up a pallet, start there, and if I need to get more, I'll get more. But the deal is here, I have kind of a 2-section compost. It's not covered, so as much rain as dumps on it gets dumped on it. What I want to do is off the side of this building, make a 3-section one out of cinder blocks that slants to the front, so a higher back wall, shorter in the front, and then actually run a lean-to off the top of it so I can control how much water it gets. If I want it moister, I'll put in more. If I want it less, I'll put in less. So the deal is I'm going to build out of cinder blocks, and then I'm going to fill the centers of them with the gravel and sand. And that's still going to be a base for what I do, but I've got to mix in a lot of greens to get that cooking the way I want to, and to get it actually breaking down some really good compost. I've got a lot of weeds to pull in the garden right now. I also, my drive-through path, I've got a reel mower with a catch that I can mow that, and it all flips in the pylon. Sometimes we feed that to some of the animals, chickens, rabbits, throw it over the fence to the sheep, but I can be adding it to this too to make a better compost. So that's gonna be my project. I just wanted to get everything on site, and then maybe tomorrow do this thing and see how it goes. After all the effort to get it up here, I didn't want to waste it. I don't mind if it helps kind of on our roadway, but I wanted to put more over here. So now is the time. I think I'm going to disassemble the front of it, move a couple things around. I've got some resources I'll probably throw in the trailer to get over that way, some of the wooden stuff, and then pretty much take that big pile and bring it over here, set it down, probably move this just by pitchfork, lift big heavy piles out, and then scrape it all bare and flat and start in with the cinder blocks. By throwing some of the extra boards here from some of the builds in the area, I've just been using it as a shelf for a while, which is not ideal, and some of this stuff has either got to get repaired or thrown out, so I got to work on that too. If you look at this, you can see some of the issues I'm running into. Number one, this whole thing is extremely wet. I don't ever want my compost to be this wet. Also, it's been a lot of browns for a while. You gotta mix some brown stuff with some green stuff. This just isn't gonna work. By having 3 systems, 3 bins set up over here, what I can do is store stuff like this to start with, and then mix it in with some greens in the next one, and as that's going and starts cooking and I get it full and I'm just gonna mix it, then I'll start it on the next one. But I'm gonna try to have a 3-bin system. I'm gonna move all this out of here, scrape it bare, and then start fresh. Because there's potential here, but this did not go the right direction as of so far. I'm gonna get the bin set up, then I've gotta work on the lean-to in the future. I'm not sure how long it's going to take. You can also probably see some little mouse paths around in here. And there is some worms, so yeah, time to redo this and actually have this function at a much higher level. involves a lot of effort, but I do see a lot of potential in this stuff, and some of it's actually pretty good, but I'm still gonna run it through the process the whole time. Monster truck right now is getting me some extra greens to add to the stuff as I begin to build, but we're gonna kind of start over and go. What you got?
My chicken.
Turkin, half vulture, half chicken, right? If you guys missed the video on those, I'll link it up here in the corner. It'll probably be that corner.
That's hers.
Here's the other turkin.
They sit on his shoulder.
And you call that one Gherkin McGurkin?
No. This one
Gherkin McGurkin, the turkin?
This one's vulture. This one's golden.
Golden and vulture. All right. Oh, monster, or bugger, don't be climbing on there. Please. I gotta scoop it all back out, so I don't want it compacted. But, got my resources to get started. There's that big old pallet of bricks, and over here, we're pretty level. This has not looked like this in years. So again, the idea is a high back, sloping to the front, low front, three systems. Again, I don't know the exact thing. I was gonna map it out on graph paper. That wasn't gonna give me the real information I wanted. Thought about doing it in Legos, but we don't really have Legos. I was gonna buy some, but that would have costed 30 bucks. I said, well, why not just get like 25 of these? And then put a lean-to off the side of there to cover it. We'll see, but here we go. Well, here's how far we made it last night, and boy, those boys sure were a help. Got some of the more green stuff ready to go. Here's my heaping mound. Some of it's pretty close to being ready, so I'm gonna pop through it. Here's the buckets of gravel I got left. Here's the pallet of cinder blocks I got left. And here's how far I made it. I'm gonna have to cut some to fill in some blanks. I was trying to do it where I had it all mathematically worked out, but I just wasn't able to do it, which is part of the reason I wanted to kind of plan it ahead of time, but it was more cost effective for me just to figure it out this way. So I have these two the same size, and then probably just a slightly smaller one here. We'll see, but I'm gonna bring it out and continue. Got that all packed in, and then I may pick up pavers to cap the tops. So rather than having that stuff be exposed, maybe just put some of the kind of cap blocks on there. But here we go. So as you can see there, I had to cut one to make that fit. I'm gonna do that a couple places here. But then the goal too is we have a stagger going back. So, doing all right. Just more labor intensive to have to cut those, but my options are limited with the size I chose. Check out who came to check out my work. Nice male. Oh, looks like a broadhead skink. That'll be cool. He'll be sunbathing up here. What do you think, Bug?
It's cool.
It's cool?
Yeah, and the little baby right here.
Yeah? Can you go peek at him? Don't touch him though. Let him be. Because we like having those guys around, right?
Yeah.
Let him be, Bug.
And I saw another one like this almost.
Yeah?
But was right down like Michael died, but it was a little bit longer.
Okay. Well, you can go back to your job. I'll go back to mine. Well, here's the end result. I tried throwing in whatever I could. There's still a bit here. And I'm about 15 bricks short to finish this. And that's all I got left for buckets of gravel. So 75 blocks on a pallet. It's pretty close to a full trailer load of those buckets full of gravel. Got a couple things to finish with it, but those are pretty much the way I want them. I want them at an angle like that. And I'm probably going to pick up some pavers to put over them in the front. That's one other thing I'm going to do, just to keep them solid. So I think I'm going to do that. It's more of an investment that I'd want, but speaking of investments, I also broke my old Milwaukee Sawzall reciprocating saw. I picked it up before Mama Pepper and I got together, so I've had it almost 20 years. And the people who had it before left it at a place that they moved out of and like moved to Florida. So I got to help clean out some stuff and was told I could keep whatever I wanted. Picked it up at that point, but it's got a little pin that holds the blade in place, and I was using it a little bit earlier on this project and that pin snapped off. So now I need a whole new reciprocating saw. Plus I got to buy some more bricks here. Plus I got to buy those pavers. So we'll see when I get around to all that, and I'm going to add the lean-to over the top. But we're kind of functioning right now. We're built up the way we wanted it to be, moving in the right direction, and we'll go forward from there, right, boys?
Yeah.
Well, boys, I wanted to thank you for all of your help.
Yeah.
You guys did a lot of work here, and it looks really nice. So what do we say?
Figure out. Little Pepper's out. Little Pepper's out. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button.